Hello in TV land, this is Cole. So, I got another MLG breakdown for you guys, and it's been more than a week since my last upload. I do really enjoy doing these videos, but honestly I was kind of on the fence if I want to keep making them or not. And pretty much decided I'm going to start making at least one of these a week, on top of some other content that I might be posting. And I'm gonna see where this kind of takes me in a year, and I'm just gonna try to keep improving my content week to week. And see what I can come up with. But anyway, let's jump in. This video I got is from Complexity's Teepee, and it's going to be an OBJ tutorial against Envyus. Most of you guys know what OBJ or objective is, and in this game it really doesn't make sense for only one person to be going for a cap the whole game. Most teams know this by now, maybe not so much when the game first came out, but we're actually going to see all of the Complexity players getting caps this round except for Crim6. Well, it is because Crim6 is the most dominant player on the map, especially with an AR in hand. He's going to be the one getting the cutoffs and just stopping them from getting into their own base, while the rest of the team does what they do best.
You called him Nestle?
For the entire Sovereign Dom, Crim's like pillow guy is going up research. He said call him pillow guy. It's so funny.
The pillow guy. Oh god. I'm dead, they're dump's dead. Nice. One guy might have got through pawn. They're cut out. Such a random time. Nah, dude, you gotta...
I can't watch all this shit at once.
No, I know,
okay.
I'm yelling at Pat. I'm yelling at Pat. Why would I check bottom pawn?
So I'm going to stop it here, and at this point, Teepee sees a player on the blue dumpster. He sees it on the minimap, but he doesn't challenge him right away. He knows his team is close enough to help, so he doesn't have to give up his position unless it's a last resort. The best way I can describe Teepee's playstyle is that he's a running back following his blockers. So Eggs is on point, he's a lead sub with the lead blocker, and Crim is just kind of helping get the cutoffs, while Karma is, he's being Karma on the right side of the base. So, you don't want to outrun your blocking here, and just have your team clear a path for you to the base is the best case scenario. There may be times when you need to take a guy head on, but the play is going to be much more effective when you just follow your arrows.
Never done that in my life.
Can you shoot at this guy, blue dome? Shoot at him, just shoot at him.
He's in the corner.
What?
Ping jar activated.
But, sometimes there is nothing you can do. I love Teepee's face here, and more so as a reaction, so... the other team may be eating a bullet or two, so you put your game face on, you know how you need to play smarter, and you need to remind yourself that you can't challenge anything head on unless the guy is weak, or even then it's basically an even gunfight, due to the lag comp. But you need to press on and play smarter. And if you actually look closer, you actually see Teepee look up at his minimap, and I think it's just to check, who's furthest pushed up and obviously where his own teammates are. But that's dictating where he's gonna go. He sees that Karma's been holding down the right side, so there's really no reason to go check and rotate over that way. And it's really about setting the tempo here. Envy definitely knows that Complexity controls the map. They just saw that there's 3 Envy players in their own base, so there's no reason that you shouldn't be, pressing on the gas here. So, Teepee actually fills in here, and he sees his whole team going left, so he's just gonna actually decide to watch the right side for a little bit. They're actually gonna call a player out, and it's all about taking what you can get. If you can get a stop or just get a quick cutoff, that's great, but you always want to be making progress on the map here. But we're going to see a big swing in favor of Complexity, so Teepee is going to be getting into that base as fast as possible. If he were Slayer, he could have pushed all the way up to, this middle bush area that we see the cutoffs in, or even, the blue dumpster, or going any way he wants, really, but, he's going for the goal. Unfortunately, though, things are just not coming together for Teepee yet.
Got that.
Tina's got another one. Nice. They're trying to smoke and... Yeah, they're trying to smoke and run. Go back. Oh, I didn't think you'd rotate back. Top broken.
So they hear a call out in top broken. Teepee's gonna go for what's needed here and at least wait on this guy for a little bit. But this is a big point of the video. What do you do in this situation? This guy's playing cat and mouse with you. He's actually gonna spend 13 seconds here waiting on this guy. And if you don't get this kill, what's really happening? Envy is making progress on the map this whole time. So do you go looking for this guy? It's like there's a chance you're gonna get killed trying to wait on him anyway. So what's the best play to make here? I think it's probably to lay down for a little bit, hope that your team can get a cap, and come back and give you some help so you can at least clear out your base while you have the chance.
One guy there dump.
Behind us,
One guy there dump.
He's got it. He's at the Humvee.
They're dump. I can
Warrior. They're
Oh,
Teep.
there's two.
You know, so when the dust settles here, Complexity is spent, 30 seconds trying to fight Envy out of their base. And they finally get some breathing room, but they give up 2 caps in the process. So this is why I ask, what's better, an offensive first mentality or a defense? If a team like Complexity can't hold off a team from capping in their base, who's really going to make that big of a defensive stand? I think a lot of teams are learning to, just keep pushing the enemy base no matter what. You don't want to necessarily turn it into a base race. You want to get the cutoffs in front of your own base, but you don't want to get bogged down in your base. That's the last thing you want to happen, in any blitz map, really.
Come on, come on. Quit complaining. Let's go. Let's win.
Yeah. Gotta cut off this far right. Nice, Pat.
B Dom, backside B Dom. I killed blue Dom.
Looking at it.
B Dom just watching cross.
I'm dead. I'm dead.
Oh,
Alright,
good play.
I got the OE. Just keep pushing left. Push left hard.
I'll get it now, Krim. I'll get it.
Keep it going.
No,
Get this relay.
Hostile
Oh,
infiltrator.
fuck, my
Defend our
bad.
position.
Fine, that's fine.
Just rotate it back.
Nice win, Pat. Another
One
one.
more
Another one. Two more.
I'm coming.
Shot underpass dead. Underpass dead.
So we see Teepee finally get the ball rolling here. He finally catches a lucky break from pushing this lane that Karma just pushed through. He goes for it. He gets the cap and he gets the kill. And Cole's actually playing kind of loose right now, it seems. They're not in as good of a position to trade as they were in the beginning of the map. But they do have NB actually sending 2 back on defense every time, it seems. And if they can keep them spawning back behind the club area, they're going to have an easy game just getting the cutoffs. But it doesn't really seem that Cole has much map presence as they did to begin with. So TP settles in for a sec just to watch the right side. He's not going to be able to do much with the sub, but he's just kind of waiting to see if his team can make some plays for him and see what lanes open up to the enemy base.
Tank hurt really bad.
Yeah, connector and their tank.
I had to push strip. Wait for me. Wait for me.
So we have some good communication from TP there, just letting his team know that he's pushing through the spawn. They might spawn out. And we just have Complexity winning all the gunfights they need to. They have Karma being Karma and the Envy base, and it's just going to make it that much easier to get a relay. We're going to see him get 2 caps here actually in a little over 20 seconds. I think the best thing that Envy can do here is to keep sending 2 people back to try and get the cutoffs at least, or fight them out of their base. But to keep sending players towards the other base, you need to keep trading, and it's going to be the first team that can actually get a stop that's going to win. As hard as that is to do, that's what makes this game so exciting. You never know who's going to come up with a clutch stop or a clutch cap, and you never know what the game's going to turn into. It could be a struggle from the beginning, or it could be a cat fest like we've seen some games. So the big points I took away from this video is that it's really all about cutoffs, but that's not always possible sometimes. So you're going to want to have some help to clear out your base. But if you don't, just at least make sure that you're not letting any more people in while you're spending time looking for a guy. You don't want to spend too much time off the middle of the map where they're just going to get into your base and start to get those caps that just drive you crazy where you have no idea where they're coming from. But anyways, as always, I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you in the next one.
The ship is ours, gentlemen.
Nice job, guys.